Hello, I'm Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa on Edge of Legend. And this is what you missed on episode 14. The adventurers regroup and attempt to make a plan of action, in spite of the foul stench that Chonibus, Woodward, and Morel acquired from the sewer. The team can think straight enough to decide to once again call upon the Brotherhood of Dogs. The plan is to give 5 of the glue bombs that Morenle Lugarunrun, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it, made to Zatru's men so they could use them to disintegrate the rest of the bloblins under the city. In their search to find the dogs, Woodward becomes separated from the group and runs into Justicar Ford, a member of the Platinum Hammer, law enforcers of Ludex, and authority of the city. He states that Woodward is out past curfew and needs to show his paperwork to prove Mush has a license to actually be in the city. If he doesn't provide the necessary documentation, Mush could be expelled from the city and back into nature. Woodward would also be escorted to the nearest inn or tavern for the night. Woodward makes an alarmed call for his friends as they rush to his aid. When the rest of the party arrives, Rufa immediately starts citing the law back and forth with Justicar Ford, trying to finagle a way out of this predicament. Eventually, they settle on things, which is just to let Justicar escort them to the nearest tavern and asserting that Woodward is in fact Mush's emotional support gnome. Rufa in turn has made a temporarily ally with Justicar Ford and received a break one law for free card. Gonna put that in my back pocket. The adventurers have successfully handed off the glue bombs to the dogs, and now it's off to find the last remaining bloblin. On their way to the sewer, Woodward once again becomes sidetracked and is drawn to a mysterious, womanly figure. Around her appears to be a nature scene, one emancipated wolf to one side and a fat fox to the other around a fire listening to the woman's story. The closer they get, the more Mush gains the ability to talk, which simultaneously thrills and confuses Woodward. Mush explains that they should find their friends because he could smell something much more dangerous in the sewer than they were expecting, so they head off. In the meantime, the rest of the party descends into the sewer. Rufa decides to stay behind and wait for Woodward, but Chonibus, Alona, and Morel carry on. Suddenly, they stumble upon the bloblins, and the adventurers also discover a huge hobgoblin ready for their attack. Alona promptly throws her caltrops and casts light on one of Chonibus's arrows so they could better see their foes. In battle, the team is able to defeat the majority of the goblins, but not without taking some damage. There are only 2 goblins left, quivering in fear. As the adventurers squabble over what to do with them, Chonibus takes one out with her arrow. The last remaining goblin is taken into custody to be used as proof of the Green Army at the Senate meeting tomorrow. The adventurers find lodging for the night and the next morning arrive bright and early to the Senate. The court commences and the Ice Queen calls for Magistra Bellona and Master Dominus to speak. They do a moderate job, but leave the bulk to the adventurers. But before the adventurers are allowed to speak, the Ice Queen calls out Morel for being an Arcadian and asks why she should listen to his testimony when the civil war between Arcadia and Adelphon was only over by a few years. Woodward immediately jumps to his defense, stating that wars come and go, but what matters is what is happening in the present and not in the past. He then refers to Alona being an Orcian, but the Ice Queen turns her gaze to her, asking if she could speak on behalf of Or and vouch for Morel. Alona professes that she cannot speak for Or, but she could speak for Afra, who has already redeemed Morel. The Ice Queen concedes that as long as Morel swears an oath of truth, and with the official meeting about to commence, that is where we end episode 14 of Edge of Legend. Make sure to tune in at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to Nat20 Productions Official on Twitch to catch the newest episodes of Edge of Legend as they happen. We look forward to seeing you in chat as you become legends right alongside us. Thank you for watching.